Go that way.
Hello friends, welcome to our channel Creating Essence. I am Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Well, it's the first week of May, so it is time for another homestead update. As always, the chickens are doing fantastic. They love being in their chicken tractor, going out and about in the yard, doing a great job scratching up those bugs, keeping our tick population absolutely minimal, especially compared to the rest of the neighborhood. It's even been on the news how bad the tick problem is already this year, and let me tell you, we haven't seen a single one. And you know why? It's those chickens that make their laps around our backyard, eating all the little bugs and things crawling around in the grass. My lavender is taking off like mad this year. It is just gorgeous. I have never had so many flowers on either of these. They're looking really great. Planted catnip in this bed, and yeah, nothing's grown yet. But this little, I believe this was a lemon balm seedling that was extra from the flower bed, so we stuck it in there. It's starting to grow. The earth garden has been transplanted and growing for a couple of weeks now, and it's doing really well. We are having a little bit of a problem with some ants, but for the most part, all of our seeds are coming up well, and our seedlings are happy. So we're excited.
It's getting a flower. And it's so tiny.
The first little marigold flower. We got more buds coming. Got lots of bites being taken out. Our brassicas are doing really well. They've got some bites out of them too. Ugh, this one especially, poor thing.
I thought we took care of the bugs.
Ugh. Might have to get out here with some diatomaceous earth later today. We're starting to get some blossoms on our peppers. That's very exciting. Our direct sown nasturtium is very happy, but neither variety of cucumber has come up in any of the hills where we planted it at the exact same time as our nasturtium. Guess it might be time to replant some of those things. The things that we got direct sown in the middle of April are taking off and are so happy. We've got peas over here in this row. These are golden peas from M.I. Gardner, and they're really happy. We have, for the second year, red Russian kale from M.I. Gardner as well, and that is really happy, doing well. This is our dinosaur kale from High Mowing Organic Seeds. Looking so happy this year. Didn't do so well last year, but this year it's doing well. This whole row of big, beautiful kale is Premier Kale from M.I. Gardner. We've got some green leaf lettuce, some red sales leaf lettuce, and we have some beautiful Paris Island romaine leaf lettuce, all of which are doing really well and ready to eat. We have Bloomsdale spinach that did not do as well with the direct sowing. You can see how sparse it is in the row here, which is a bummer. We planted it exactly the same as all of the lettuce and kale, but for some reason the spinach was not a fan. It's all right, there's plenty of time for re-sowing. Lots of lovely tomato plants, this fun volunteer squash of some kind, and our basil that we plant throughout. Tomatoes are all doing really well.
I know one thing for you.
Hey Koopy, how's the orchard? The peach tree is going wild. I found a picture of this peach tree 3 years ago when we planted it. And it just shocked me because I had not remembered how little it was not long ago. And it is full of beautiful fruit all over in here. We are so excited. We planted parsley through here, and we've had some cats doing lots of digging in here. So no parsley has grown yet. Our elderberry here is doing amazing. We have lots of cute little cilantro growing in the ground between them. Another apple tree. This is the first year that we got apple blossoms, and I am so excited about that. Only a few, but it tells me that they're really recovering from the cedar rust that's kept them low the last few years. Our other elderberry is an absolute jungle, and it's just a year old. We're getting so many of these beautiful little crowns of blossoms coming on all over both of the bushes. Lots of dill is coming up in here, in between this elderberry and this other apple tree. This one does have a little bit of cedar rust coming on, so I'm going to have to get out my neem oil and start the regular treatments with that, but it's so much better than it has been in past years. And there's so much new healthy growth that really encourages me. And here is that baby elderberry that was accidentally pulled up this winter that we nurtured in a pot on the porch, and it's doing really, really well. The blueberry bed has been really taking off, both the bushes and the herbs between them. We have rosemary here that's doing well, and the blueberry bushes from 2 years ago have so many gorgeous berries on them. So many. And this sage that came back from last year is flowering. I have never seen the sage flower. It's so pretty. More big, beautiful blueberries. Our thyme from last year is coming back, and likewise it is also flowering, which I've never seen before. Here's one of our new blueberry plants that we just put in this year. One of our bulbs that we put in around Asher's lilac. This is our most recent addition to his menagerie, is a birdhouse shaped like a barn. We have a tiny sage and another blueberry. I direct sowed oregano in here, but I'm not seeing any of it, so it might be time to go get some oregano seedlings. All of those blueberry plants that we got from Aldi are doing so well. We have the marjoram that we started from seed, doing very well here. The strawberry beds are also happy. This one that the cats really dug up this winter is full of grass, but we are starting to get strawberries. It's so exciting. Every day the kiddos come out and pick a bowl of them. Hopefully here soon we'll be getting enough that we can make some jam. Takes a little while for enough berries to come on to make big batches, but we have tons that are tiny and waiting. And we will have plenty in no time. Hi, bud. The garlic is looking great. Should be ready to harvest in a month or so. And these new beds that we just put in, these are turnips sprinkled on this end, and the whole rest is carrots. Starting to see a good bit of carrots coming up in there. All we do is just scatter sow them and then water it in. In this one, we have beets. They're starting to come up all over. And on the end down here, it's the very last of our daikon. Each year we have done daikon for 3 years now. And no matter when or how we plant it, it bolts. So we'll see if these little guys bolt this year. We put in a little peppermint transplant at the end of the raspberry bed where there was some space. And it's doing really well. The kids love coming out here and getting just one leaf to sniff and rub it between their fingers and chew on it. It smells so good. We planted 16 raspberries. We've lost 3 of them, which is not bad. They were pretty, the roots were pretty tangled, so some of them we knew were a little bit bruised, but most of them did well and have blossoms coming on. The raspberry bed from 2 years ago. It is going absolutely wild. We really need to get the trellising up. We planned to do it this last weekend, but the rain interfered and said no. So maybe this weekend. We have berries coming up over here on last year's canes. So much new growth, it looks amazing. And then we have Bee Island, a lavender seedling that we put in is doing well. We have lots of little direct sown things coming up, like cotton. And the bulbs at the end are doing very well. We have some calendula coming up in there. We knew with this being a brand new bed that growth might be minimal this year, so anything that we get taking root makes us really happy because it didn't have time to settle the way we would like. If you aren't aware of that project, turning that space into something we can grow in, I'll put the links in the info box below. It was a pretty big project, so I knew we'd have a little bit of fighting to do to get it to turn into a really productive growth space this first year. But next year it should be fantastic. And that is it for the May Homestead update. We got lots planted and lots started growing in April. And now things are really just starting to take off. We've had some harvests of strawberries and a little bit of herbs here and there, some salad greens here and there. We're just really enjoying watching everything explode. Every morning I love going on a little walk with my kids to show them what's growing and what's around, and just watching things transform. This is such a neat time of year when we're just watching everything grow. I would love to know what you all have growing right now where you are. No matter how big or how small, I would love to hear what you're growing and what changes you're seeing.
Take it around. Give us the pop. That's why more 5 in